Hello, peace and blessings. This is Jovhannah. I'm the Spiritual Love Healer. Welcome to the Spiritual Love Circle. This is a space of healing, of transformation, of non-judgment, of support. And today we're going to be talking about refocus. Refocusing in May was the theme for today. So before we get into that, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into who I am. I'll pull an oracle card for us. Then I'm going to go into our topic of discussion for the night. And then I'll be open for Q&A if anyone has any questions. And then we will close things out. So thank you so much for joining me. I enjoy holding space. I enjoy leading circles, guiding people, supporting people. And that's one of the reasons why I offer these sessions. I want to do more of them, which I will be doing in the Spiritual Love Sanctuary membership site that will be available really, really soon. Where we'll be able to meet on a more intimate level, a more frequent level, and do some real transformational work together. So I'm Jovhannah, single mom. I have 2 girls, a teen, and a big kid now. And I do spiritual and life coaching, energy healing, as well as intuitive tarot readings. And I have a ton of different tools in my magical toolbox that I just pull out and use as I need to when I'm working with clients. I do have courses. I do work together with individuals one-on-one, and then I do my healing sessions and things like that also. So if you're interested in booking a session, I would love to support you. You can learn more about what I have to offer over at spirituallovesanctuary.com or just send me a message. So let's see what energy the cards have. I'm going to use my Manifest Your Destiny deck. This is one of my absolute favorite decks, and it was one of my very first deck that was created by a Black woman, and she also has another deck that features African goddesses. So these 2 decks I treasure so dearly. They were created by Abiola Abrams, who's an amazing teacher and guide. Who has helped me so much in my own personal growth and journey. So while I'm shuffling, let's just close our eyes and take a deep breath in. Just breathe out, releasing any stress, any worries of the day, because now you are here with me and we are going to be present together as we focus on getting some clarity this month so that the rest of this year we can really be set up for success. So let's see what the goddesses have to say. Ooh, I like it. This is Anahita, and she is all about alignment. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be getting into alignment with our highest self, with our best life, and all of those things. So I love that this is a card of gestation. And it says, I am enough. My energies are balanced and aligned with nature. So gestation is that time period where the baby is forming. There's a lot going on, right? And so what needs to happen during this time is you're formulating all of those things together. That's what this whole refocusing thing is about. That's what all of this clarity is about, so that you can get aligned with what it is that you want. A lot of times we say we want success, we want this amazing job, we want this great man, but we're not aligned with that desire. We don't believe that we can have it. We're not acting as if, we're not doing as if. And so we don't get those things. So I love that this card fully supports what the intention of today's topic is. So I'm really excited. Thank you for joining me. Let's go ahead and get into what this is all about. So personally, I am in this phase and stage of refocusing as well. And there are some things in my life that I'm working on changing. And I thought it would be great to really integrate some of these lessons and practices that I have in our space. So I shared an activity, and I told you guys it was going to be important, where I wanted you to get clear on your best life and what that looks like. So I am going to attempt to share my screen so that you can see exactly what I am wanting to show you. So let's share, and then I want to go here. So the homework that I shared last month was to get clear on what is your best life. A lot of people say, I'm living my best life, but what is that really? What does that look like for you? And what is it that you want for yourself? So in order for you to know what that is, like, you have to first have clarity. And this is where we kind of get tripped up, or we get kind of set back, because we don't have the clarity to know what do we even want for ourselves. And so I'm going to go through these 8 areas. I used to break it down into 4 areas, but because there are so many different nuances, sometimes it's easier to have more subcategories so that you can laser focus in on certain things. If you feel like there are more areas of your life that you need to add, do so. Be as detailed and as thorough as you can, because this is basically going to be your roadmap that is guiding you. And I have been certainly revisiting my own, and it's been very insightful, very helpful. And that's why I think this is just a really, really important topic to have, and discussion to have, because we need something to guide us. Now, hang on, I want to pull it up on my phone so I can see it too without slowing down the progress. There we are. Okay, perfect. So where we get stuck is because we don't know what we want. And a lot of times it's because we have been trained to think outside of ourselves. We have been trained to put everyone and everything before us. And so when it comes down to, okay, so what does that look like? And we're like, I don't know. It's been this way for so long. And wait, you mean I have to think about myself and what I want first? Like, can I do that? So there's so many different reasons why it is hard for us to have this clarity. Sometimes it can be because where we are now, whether or not we like it, it's comfortable because we know how to navigate the life that we're living right now. And to step into a different way of living, a different lifestyle, it's uncomfortable, right? Because you're going into something new, something unknown, and that does bring up a little bit of fear and anxiety. But the beautiful part is when we have that clarity, when we know absolutely what it is that we want for ourselves, for our lives, for our families, for our finances, for all of these different things, that allows you to come into alignment, because you're going to start making different choices. You've got to start having the belief system that I can have these things. Like, I can totally transform my life. I have this amazing vision for my life that I am working on. But before I can even see it created in this life, I have to truly believe it in my mind, in my spirit, that yes, I can have this amazing, luxurious life. I can have the success and the love and all of the things that I desire. And that is why writing it down is so important. So let's get started. I hope that you've brought a journal, pen, something to write with, because I really want you to take some time and work through this so that you have an idea of what it is that you truly want in your life. And sometimes we know, and maybe we don't know the steps to take to get there. But if you haven't mapped it out yet, if you haven't written it down, I'm telling you, this is like one of the best practices, and it's really going to help you to get focused. And that way, when June comes, you're like, okay, the first 6 months of the year, it was what it was, but the rest of this year, I'm going to make it what I want it to be. So I know that there was a lot of change that happened this year. A lot of people have been dealing with different tragedies. The whole world has been at a standstill, so to speak, dealing with everything that's going on. So taking all of that into consideration, we still have a duty to ourselves to not stop living, to not stop dreaming, to not get stuck in the muck that is around us. And I know for some people that might be a little more challenging depending on where you are and what your situation and circumstances are. But I would ask you to just dream. Allow yourself to dream outside of this current reality. And what is that dream that you have deep, deep down in your heart? Because that is what we truly need to nurture in order to be happy, in order to thrive, in order to feel good, and all of those other amazing things. So, hey, baby.
You have my ice cream.
Go get one.
Can give me some.
You have water on the table, okay? Sorry. Yeah, so that dream. Thank you, Savvy. She's so sweet sometimes. So yeah, like we have to have this roadmap. And I know myself, like the rest of the world, probably got thrown off track a bit as well. And I was able to sit and I was speaking with one of my teachers and really, really, truly allowed myself to dream big. And I mean, I let myself dream so big. And I was like, this is really what I want. Like, these are the things that I have said that I've wanted for the longest time. Why are they not here? And I realized it's because even though I had this big dream in my mind, I had only written it down in like small steps of what I thought I could have now. Or even though I had some of it written down, like I have a vision board back here, it still wasn't necessarily front of mind. So that focus on that was not there. And that's when I was like, okay, I really need to sit down and get some clarity around this so that I too can refocus. And so what I am doing is I'm going through every single area of my life and I'm writing out what it is that I truly, truly desire, like who I want to be, where I want to be, what I want to be doing, who I want to be doing it with, the money that I'm going to have, the types of relationships that I'm going to have, the clothes, just everything. I really want to travel. That's something that's really important to me, traveling and being able to homeschool Savvy or at least have a private tutor or something like that for her. These are things that I really want in my life. And so to make it happen, I got to make it happen. I have to get out there and do it. I really want my business to be wildly successful. I want it to just be an amazing international organization that's really helping to transform the world through healing, through helping people to rebirth themselves, so many different things. And then I had to say, like, why am I not doing this? Because I haven't necessarily written it down. And one of the first times I sat down and really shared my big dream and vision with someone, I realized, like, I'm not sharing this and I'm not truly embodying this the way that I need to. And it's time to truly let some things go as well. So as you are making out your dream list, the things that you want in your life, you also need to be aware of the stuff that you're going to have to cut out in order to make that happen. The people, the habits, the behaviors, the spending, whatever it is, you're going to have to make changes in order to see your dreams fulfilled, in order to see the growth and things that you truly desire to see. So hang on, I want to check and make sure. Okay, we are good. Awesome. Yeah, cool. But this is why writing it down is important. So we're gonna write it down. I even have this awesome journal that says, what would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? And so in here, I have some ideas and things that I've written down, but I'm also going back and writing down my dreams. What is my big, hairy, audacious goal? What is that wild dream that I have inside me that is just wanting to come out? And so I'm going to be writing all of that down and breaking it out into actionable steps because I know I can do this. I have done it before. I have rebirthed myself and transformed my entire life inside out, ground up. And it's time for me to do that again because I need to get to the next level. There's a lot of things that I need to leave behind. There's going to be moving involved. There's going to be so many amazing things. In order for me to be who I know I am here to be, I have to move. I have to change. I have to shift things. And that's what I want to instill into you as well. If you are not where you want to be, if you're not at that point where you're like, I made it, then like this is our call to like come together and start doing this together, start writing out our dreams, start sharing our goals, and start working on them together. Because I did not want this just to be a space of motivation and encouragement. I wanted it to be a space of transformation, which means we have to do some work. We've got to make some changes. We got to put in the time, ask questions, say, hey, I need support. What can I do? Like, who has this? That's what I want to foster. I want to foster a community of growth, because when I grow, then we all can grow. And when you grow, I grow. We help each other. A rising tide lifts all boats. And so if I can share what I know with you to help you get your life, then we can all get our life and be living a good life and be happier. And that's just more happy people, more good energy, more good vibes out there in the world. Now, the key is that when you get clear on this vision, that you do not lose sight of it. And I don't mean like put it on a vision board. I don't mean, okay, you write it down and you look at it every day. I mean, it's you're living it. You wake up with the intention that you're working to become that you're working to bring that dream into reality, that you are working to bring in that manifestation. That is what it's all about. Vision boards, I feel like there's something in my mouth, are amazing, amazing, amazing tools, but you also have to work them. Like, yes, you can put something on a vision board and you can manifest it, but you also have to do work, because faith without works is dead. An object at rest is an object at rest. It's not going to move unless it's moving or it has some force behind it. And a lot of times, especially if you are definitely like called to do something, if you don't move, spirit will come in and move you. And I found that it's a way better to be proactive and start moving yourself along than to wait for situations to jar you into moving yourself. And that's what I really want to help us do here. So let's go back and have a look at the areas of your life. And this is pinned as an announcement, so you can go back and look at it. But I really want you to do the work, so that you can be the best woman that you can be the best parent that you can be, the best person for yourself first and foremost, and then for your family. So you want to take a look at your career. What kind of work do you want to do? And for some people that might be, you might want to be a business owner like me. Cool. I would love to support people in transforming their life, love, business, all of that. I'm all for that. But really look at your career. What type of work do you want to be doing? What type of position do you want to have? How much money in that career do you want to make? What type of impact do you want to have? Really dig in and think like, what is my dream job? What would I do if I could do anything in the world? What would it be? And then write that down as detailed as you can be. How many hours are you working? Where are you working? Do you work from home? Do you have a corner office with a view? Do you have a company car? Do you get to travel? Are you catching flights, hopping from place to place? Like, what is that like for you? And then look at your finances. And remember, we're dreaming big. We are dreaming big. We are dreaming so big. So I need some big goals, big dreams written down. So what about finances? How do you envision your financial life if you were living your absolute best life? What would your money look like? Where would it be coming from? How would you be spending it? How would you be investing it? How would it be growing? Who would you be helping with that, with your financial resources? What types of things would you be doing with your money? Where are you spending your money? All of those types of things. How would you, upgrade your life? What would you be driving? Would you be in debt? Would you be debt free? Would you have a scholarship fund? All of these different types of things. Dream big. And so then we look at personal growth, right? Who are you? Who have you become? All of those different things, like what type of characteristics do you want to integrate into your life? And how are you going to have grown from who you are now to the woman that you envision yourself to be? Then we're going to look into your health, your physical health, your body. What does that look like? Your physical fitness. Don't forget your mental fitness, overall health. How are you doing? How do you take care of yourself? And then, of course, your family dynamics. What does that look like? How are your relationships with your family? How are your relationships with your children? And it's so funny because I was talking to my sister today, and she said something. I forgot what I said, but it was something about I don't do something with family, with relatives. I do it with family. So I saw recently, I forgot what I was watching, but our family is not always our blood family. Those are relatives. Those are people that you are related to. Your family might not be mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, uncle. It might be, your best friend. It might be this, community that you're a part of, that, your soul family. So be very, again, dream big. If your family isn't the best, guess what? You can replace them. You can connect with people who are going to love, support, and nurture you, and be there for you to, be the healthy embodiment of what family is. If it's just you and your children, maybe you're calling in, a role model, a father figure or mother figure into their lives. And then look into your relationship. So this could be, love life. This might be friends. Do you have an amazing friend circle? So, if you want to combine family and relationships, it's up to you. But family might be more close to home life, and then relationships, again, like friendships, things like that. And then there's your social life. I don't know about you, but being unable to go to certain places, even though I'm a homebody, I love being at home. I definitely know that once certain places open back up, I would like to start back going out more. And I think I talked about this in the group when I was sharing the importance of creating time for yourself. So that's important too. And then attitude and mindset, that is a huge one. And I feel like 1 through 7 won't necessarily be as easily attainable if your attitude and mindset is not right. What type of mindset do you want to have? What is your attitude going to be like? Are you going to be positive? Are you going to be uplifting, motivational? Are you going to have an abundant mindset? What type of mindset do you need to adopt? Do you wish to have? Do you desire to exude? All of these things are very important and fundamental to you becoming your best and highest self. If you think of any other areas of life that I may not have touched on, please let me know. I think that kind of encompasses everything. But again, it is really important to examine every area of our life with as much clarity and, again, dreaming big into who you truly desire to be, and then focus on that. So what we're going to do next after we break all of this stuff down, and this is actually something that I used to do when I did strategy sessions with clients. I would do life strategy sessions, and they'd be like, I'm at point A, but I want to get here. We would break it all down. So this is like amazing stuff that you're going to get from me here in this group. And I definitely just have a lot, a lot that I would love to do and share. But so we're going to start here. by breaking down what it is that we want and how we're going to get there, who we're going to get there with, all of those amazing things. And I'm going to say this one last time. Dream big. As you do this, you have a magic wand in your hand as you are writing. And I want you to write it down on pen and paper. We're not going to type it into tablets or into Evernote or anything like that. Like we need action on pen and paper for this one, okay? Because when we write down, it gets real. There's something really magical about writing things down. There's something really magical about speaking them. We are so powerful, so powerful. And oh, I just realized why that was showing up like that. Okay, cool. But so this is step one, and it's going to take some time. So give yourself as much time as you need to really get clear and write everything out. I would say 8 days. That gives you a day, so a week. Give yourself a week and a half to go through every area of your life and be as detailed, even if you just want to write bullet points, but just be as detailed as to what you want for your life. All areas of your life. Don't leave any stone unturned. Be very clear on what you want. If you want a partner in your life, what are their qualities, characteristics, all of those things, write it down. Once you have it wrote down, then I can help guide you to navigation to help you attain these things and really change your life in the process. So I believe that is it, but let's just talk about this whole refocus thing, right? So now that you have an idea of what you want for yourself, where you want to go, all of these things, now you have something new to focus on. We're not going to be focusing on what we're seeing or experiencing around us every day, not the stress at the job, not any of those things. Our focus, like it's like blinders on, like focus on the vision. It's chess, not checkers, right? So it's like we're not focusing on the very next move. We're trying to see, the long game to get where we need to go to get checkmate. I'm not a chess player, but that analogy popped up in my head. I saw like the chessboard, so I was like, okay, I got it. It's chess, not checkers. So we want to focus on the long game, okay? And that again means we're going to have to be very aware of our behaviors, and we are going to have to change our daily habits and behaviors in order to see change in our lives. And that is the part that's really hard. And for me, that's one of the things that made coaching difficult at times, because not everybody is truly ready for a transformation. And that's one reason why I offer different services and things like that, because when it comes to coaching, there's so much mindset work like that needs to be unclogged, cleared out, reprogrammed, all of that stuff before change can even begin. And so, but that's also one of the great things about coaching too, is I can help people get there. And when they do, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's almost like having, birthing a child. It's like, oh, the baby is here. Yes, we did it. It's just a great feeling to watch someone shift and watch them grow. And so that's why I love coaching people. But yeah, so the focus is what's going to drive us. And there's been so much happening in the world that I felt that this refocusing needed to happen on a grand scale. So once we start to refocus our energies, our behaviors, our mindset, all of that, that's when things start to change. So I want us to refocus this month so that as this energy builds and we start to go into a new season, we can start taking action on the right things that make us feel good, that are going to get us to our end goal. And I know it sounds like a lot. It's like, oh, what are we doing? What does this have to do with anything? But I promise you, it has everything to do with everything. Because like I was saying, like if you don't have a destination in mind, where are you going? So I hope that this has inspired you in some way to really also, like, you know, look at what have you been focusing on lately? Like where have your thoughts been taking you? And really like what things have you been doing that are like, why am I doing this? Because this is not what I'm trying to do for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to keep doing this. So look at those behaviors and the people around you, all of those things that don't fit where you're trying to go, because that's going to help you to really make some transformational shifts in your life too. So thank you so much for joining me, and I am going to close out here, and then we'll open up for questions in just a bit. For more of this yummy goodness, head over to spirituallovesanctuary.com, where you'll find me, Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer, with a lot of amazing ways to support you on your life's journey. Peace.